Tale of the House Drakenstein, as told with maximum accuracy, no embellishments, except for the parts that make me look heroic. Part rat wrangler, part scapegoat, all truth teller. It was evening. The kind of evening where the house wheezes like an asthmatic tomb. Drakenstein Manor stood crooked and proud, draped in shadow and mildew. Master, the feared, fanged, and tax-avoiding Count Joseph Drakenstein, also known as Cadaver Joe, the dread accountant, or Sir No I Don't Sparkle, lay dozing on his ancient sofa. That sofa was older than most wars and twice as loud. Every breath he took made it sound like someone dying of upholstery. Downstairs, I was busy with my rat militia, using the finest bait, blue mold supreme, aged at least 140 years, and able to burn nose hairs. I had dreams, ranks of rodents with helmets, a squeaky army. The skeleton swept the kitchen floor with a broken broomstick, humming something from Wagner's Corpse Cycle. He was doing his best. He misses France, I think. And then, ding, dong, at that doorbell, forged in torment, pitched perfectly to shatter the will of the undead. Master sat up like a bolt. It cannot be. The IRS had come. Not that IRS. The Infernal Revenue Service. She stood on the stoop, a halfling bureaucrat with teardrop glasses, skin like sour parchment, and a voice that sounded like receipts. She bore a clipboard covered in divine sigils of foreclosure and doom. Her name? Karina Taxright, Senior Auditor of the Dead. We called her the Karen. Good evening. You owe 273 years of back taxes, crypt maintenance fees, and unpaid ghoul import tariffs. The property will now be repossessed. Master screamed, "No, not bureaucracy! I cannot stand it!" Then he vanished in a swirl of panic. We began evacuating. I took the rats, Trevor, Steve, and unnameable number 3. The skeleton loaded his drawer of forks. Master crawled under the bed. We heard the tap-tap of heels like coffin nails as the Karen of Doom climbed the stairs. According to Undead Housing Code 91A, all vampiric dwellings must disclose curses to prospective buyers. She was getting closer. Master whimpered. Then he snapped. "It's too stuffy!" And he ripped open the ancient, immovable, permanent window, which you're never supposed to open. The window hissed. Reality trembled. The wallpaper peeled slightly in protest. A clause triggered. An ancient fee. You have forcibly opened a permanent window. That incurs a tampering surcharge of 50 gold. Master ignored it. With a dramatic scream, he leapt out the window. We waited. Then we heard it. Thump. Ah! A long groan followed. He'd landed badly. On the old sundial, I think. By the time I got to him, after scooping up the heirlooms, scrolls, dusty capes, and my best training rats, he was limping and muttering dark curses about ankles and how no one builds proper landing zones anymore. The Karen kept citing legal doctrine with terrifying accuracy, flipping pages as she chased us through hallways, up staircases, past cursed portraits, and 2 haunted coat racks. Vampires must register any reflective surfaces under the No Mirror Act of 917. Necro-tenancy must be renewed every 100 years or face transdimensional eviction. Meanwhile, a smiling real estate couple entered the foyer, escorted by an actual living agent with a name tag that said Cynthia, House Resurrector. They ignored the blood, the rats, the screaming skeleton trying to carry a wardrobe. "It's rustic," the man said. Very open concept, said the woman. Is that a possessed grandfather clock? We can restore it. Master wailed. He tried to retreat into the wall, but it was sealed by zoning law, and so ended the reign of Drakenstein Manor. Not to hunters, not to sunlight, to paperwork, to Karina the Karen, to the unforgiving claws of the law. We shuffled off, Master limping like a dignified worm, me hauling the goods, houseless, hopeless, fee-full. We were not expecting the angry mob. But angry mobs rarely send invitations. They came in a storm of torches, pitchforks, garlic wreaths, and self-righteous yelling. At the front, a red-faced priest, puffed up like a blessed toad, clutching a glowing staff and a bundle of suspiciously flammable scripture. "Ah, you there!" he barked. "Why do you flee from yon accursed house?" Master blinked. The mob waited. "There are demons in that house!" he cried, dramatically flinging himself to the ground, which hurt more than he let on, given the fresh bruises. The mob gasped. The priest gasped. Even the rats were impressed. "You poor, pale soul!" the priest wailed, helping him up. "You must join us, brother. We shall purge the evil." Master nodded. So brave. I helped by wringing my hands and pretending to be deeply traumatized by a demonic toaster. The mob surged forward, riled up, chanting and waving flaming things near clearly flammable hedges. But as they stepped past the old iron gates, the trees came alive. Yes, our trees, ancient, hateful, beautifully evil trees. Branches lashed out, roots tripped crusaders, a hedge impaled someone's ham. "Back, fools!" shouted the IRS agent, who was still somehow there, calmly sipping cold tea on the driveway. "The property is in transition. Attack voids escrow and incurs penalties." The crowd stopped mid-charge. The priest turned to her, narrowed his eyes. "You aren't being attacked by the curse." She adjusted her glasses. "I'm a banker. Nothing living dares touch me." Then he turned to Master. "Take these, brother. Holy water. Use them to cleanse the grounds." "Oh, yes," Master said, eyes glowing with innocence. "Cleanse, purify, spritz the evil, absolutely." He took the bottles with both hands. He bowed. He entered the house again. The door slammed. The mob waited and waited. A few started coughing. The priest began a hymn. The IRS lady checked her pocket watch. "A hymn," she said. "Per subsection 94 of the Emergency Undead Relocation Code, if the previous tenants do not exit within 10 seconds, Clause 13A will trigger." "What's Clause 13A?" asked a nervous peasant. "Bad things." She smiled. I didn't like that smile. Inside, Master stared at the bottle. "I'm not wasting this on the floor." He put it next to the wine rack. I, meanwhile, was back in the bedroom stuffing a tapestry into a bag while trying to reason with a closet ghost. The skeleton was trying to unplug the haunted blender. The rats were chewing the furniture out of spite. "Igor!" Master hissed. "She said 10 seconds! 10 seconds ago!" "Yes!" We exploded out of the back door like feral goats, slipped past the trees, who thankfully respected a well-dressed exit, and bolted for the tree line. Behind us, the mob began arguing. The IRS lady set a clipboard on the porch. Somewhere, a clock struck once. Then the manor shook. Clause 13. A was engaged. We didn't look back. And so ends the tale of the fall of House Drakenstein, the righteous mob, and the 10-second exit. We now wander, homeless, fee-ridden, still very flammable. Master says he has plans. A new lair, a new chapter. And I say, we need a better bell. Moral of the story? Never trust mobs. Never open cursed windows. Always respect the IRS, or at least run faster than their paperwork.